Forgot my phone again.
Oh, yes. Welcome to Wake Up Real Estate. It's Friday, which means it's Free Leads Friday. It's episode 35.
Wow.
March 24th. Hard to believe. Like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the bell, do all of the fun things that we ask of you. We are so grateful that our subscriber count continues to climb. We want to get to 1,000 as quickly as possible. We're almost halfway there, and we could use your help in getting there. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please subscribe, rate, and review. Good morning to you, sir, Mike. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Adrian. Good to have you here. Ryan, good morning. And Adrian says, thank you for all the fabulous slides that cover all the aspects to do for email and social marketing. Right on. I'm assuming that is the slides for your niche walkthrough.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more on that front soon. But
I was just going to say, we've got great news because we got more coming on that. We are each of us individually. Well, I mean, we're doing it together, but we're each building one end to end for different niche in our own market. And this is stuff that we've done before, but let's face it, things change, things evolve. We learn and grow. We get feedback from the market and from different things that we do. So this will be, what we believe and what we're experiencing as the very best practices on this stuff in what's working right now. So,
and if you guys want to see what was being referred to there, it's the Nichful long rambling video from me, but it sets out the framework for all the components of a kind of full-blown real estate funnel.
WakeUp.RealEstate /Nichful.
Yeah, there's
Nicheful. Also, Ryan is killing it just on the site in general. WakeUp.RealEstate. I mean, there's lots of great stuff there. We continue to add stuff, and we're.
I just added. I didn't even tell you. At the bottom of each post, if you are logged in, you can grab an affiliate link now. I think I might have mentioned this yesterday. So if I go to the bottom here, this was a bad example because we have all this text, but it says your affiliate link to share this page is this long yellow string. But what you can do with that, we'll have more details, but what we plan to do is as things get sold on the site, eventually we have to make a living in other ways. As things get sold, you'll get a share of that. So for the life of anybody who signs up for a free account through Wake Up Real Estate. So if you want to start sharing, use your affiliate link. And as people sign up, they'll be tagged to you forever through our program.
And just in the interest of transparency, this show is always going to be free. And this show is more going to be a sort of glance or quick shot of what we're doing and how we're doing things. And, what you'll see us eventually charging for on some level is help with the implementation, whether it's the actual tech, software and systems, etc. But please know that the show will always be free,
and there will always be a lot of stuff in the members area that you can grab, like all these swipables and stuff like that. We'll never charge for that stuff. If you have access to it today, it'll stay that way. Yep.
Greg Loper, thank you for subscribing. The new subscriber just came in, and there was another one that had just come in as well. So we appreciate that. Barry Albright was the other one. So thank you, Barry. Do we have a question?
Well, I just thought of one. It's a very simple one. As you were talking about our subscribers growing, if you would, the question is, what is your YouTube channel? And if you guys drop your YouTube channel down below, we'll reciprocate and give you a subscribe, and maybe everybody else who's watching might click your subscribe link and give you one as well. So if you want to grow some quick subscribers, you can do that.
Yeah, that's a great one. Love it.
What is your YouTube channel? And guys, we are convinced, Josh and I, that YouTube is the way to go because, TikTok was at Congress yesterday. They're gonna throw that out. Who knows if they're going to throw it out?
It's been talked about for a while, and I mean, there's nothing to say that it won't. I talked about this on my Monday marketing mastermind, which was around short form video content, and someone asked. Actually, it started with Lance asking on the show here a couple of weeks ago. If you were starting over, which which platform would you focus on? And I said on that Monday session that if you absolutely had to make me pick one, I would choose YouTube.
Yeah.
And the reason being, it's intent based, at least on some level, right? Or at least some of the traffic there is intent based. It's growing, and to me, it's more stable than some of those other platforms. I could see, user base dropping on Facebook and Instagram. There's talk of TikTok going away. You know what I mean? Like,
a few other reasons, Josh. Google owns it, so SEO, you have a much better chance of ranking a YouTube video for something local than you do competing against Zillow and Realtor.com on the actual search engines. And then the other reason is a lot of us are starting to use YouTube like TV. I know I do. So the amount of time people are engaging on YouTube, it's the new TV. You see what your kids and your nieces and nephews are doing.
And if you look bigger picture, like they just struck a deal with the NFL, YouTube TV, right? Like, think what you want about the NFL, and if whether or not you're an NFL fan, the fact of the matter is that's bringing more viewership to YouTube.
The NFL is awesome, except for the Eagles. It's beautiful. All right, so
let's get into the actual show today. Oh, but here's the last thing I'll say on that is you don't have to choose.
Yeah.
It's just it's a thought experiment, right? But if you had to, well, I guess the point is you need to find a way to at least include that in your mix.
And Josh, I'm getting to the point where I think a YouTube subscriber is worth as much as an email address in your database. Now, full contact data in your database is going to be worth more. But if I can get a YouTube subscriber, I know they're going to eventually see my content. If I'm creating content every day, I got them. So
yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Carol. So social post of the day, Josh, I'll let you go if you have one, but I just did it, the last few Fridays. I think I've been mentioning open houses. It's an easy Friday idea, open houses, right? And you just do different spins on it. My wife and I don't know if you do this, Josh, but sometimes we'll just go look at like 3 or 4 open houses just for something fun to do to get away from the kids on a Sunday. We'll just grab a few for an hour and we'll go on a little tour.
It's been a while since we've done that, but we have done that. We do like, it's fun to look at.
It's fun.
Open houses, get ideas.
And for us in the industry, it's like research. So it's leverage. It kills 2 birds, right?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, need something super romantic to do with your significant other this weekend. Take them out on an open house tour. Of course, I had a little fun with this. I just linked to one of our featured open houses at the office, and then a link to a KV Core landing page that offers a full list. You can incorporate that if you want to generate leads off this. And then this image, just me just having a little fun. It's supposed to be funny. I don't know if it is, but let's go on a sexy open house tour. This image, if you want to grab it, is under the images section in Wake Up Real Estate. You can kind of grab that right here if you want.
So I have egg on my face yet again. This is happening too often. Mike reminded me yesterday, hey, your social post of the day, just post the blog post that we make for our weekly email newsletter, which is stuff to do this weekend. I forgot to post it, so I'm going to post it right now, live right here. I'll just show you what that looks like. And I'll also mention that we have an entire end-to-end tutorial on the email, how we build the blog post, all of that, etc. So, can they see my screen, Ryan?
Yep,
okay,
I got you.
All right, so I'm going to bring up my Facebook. I'm going to post it on my my business page. I may actually post this one on my personal page as well. This is the blog post. Okay, so just a real 30 seconds on this idea here. The weekly email newsletter protocol or framework that we've been following, and it has been working wonderfully, is we highlight events for the coming weekend. We put it into a blog post, and then we email that out. And then that's the top of every email. And there's embedded other curated lists and calls to action, which fill up our dashboard with people re-engaging, looking at properties, requesting updated home valuations, etc. So this is the, look at this. Mike did it, egg hunts. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize he sent it to me. It's all the upcoming egg hunts in the area.
That's a great one.
this is great. And it actually reminds me of a something that we had put together in years past that oftentimes would go viral, which is best Christmas light displays in your area. There are things like that, seasonal, holiday related things that if you curate that information, it has a chance to get a lot of traction and just get you eyeballs and be valuable and helpful in your marketplace. So real simple. I'm going to go and post this here. So I've got the link to my, well, I got to switch to managing my actual business page. I've got the link to the blog post. So I'm going to post that in there, and then I'll just put a little copy with it. And away we go. Hold on here.
So what do you guys do? You make the blog post first, and then you make the newsletter.
Yep.
And now the last step in that process is to just get it social.
Exactly. And quite honestly, I'm not doing a good enough job of leveraging the blog post beyond the email. In other words, I oftentimes forget to also be posting it on social. So I've got to create that habit. And quite honestly, what I need to do is one of your old tricks is just set an appointment. Go ahead.
Sorry, I think we're getting a little connection issue. You could also turn that into a really quick video.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep. Hopefully the connection issues resolves. I think it's on my end, but very simply, I'm going to try to very simply post this here. I'm going to have to work on my internet connection. I'm going to have to call and yell at Verizon again. All right. So I'm creating the post. Well, maybe we won't be doing this live here. But all I'm going to do is post this. And I'm gonna we'll just do something cute with some emojis, looking for a great looking for the best local Easter egg hunts for your little one. Check out this blog post. Okay.
So
for whatever reason,
if it's not your internet connection, Josh, this is a little tech tip for everybody. I finally went and bought a gaming computer, like laptop, like my kids had.
Okay.
Because when you're doing all this streaming, if you're doing lots of multimedia, and as soon as I did that, it's about a year ago, it stopped. Like I got a Lenovo Legion, just the computer my 11-year-old has.
Well, maybe so that's what
some of that too.
I think some of it is that, and some of it is my internet connection, because I tend to have less issues when I'm on like the Starbucks internet, but I'm not usually streaming when I'm on, when I'm at something like that. So that's a good shout. Actually, I probably need to
just the
time.
All right.
Upgrade. Anyway,
so you're just
we'll add this. I'll create this and we'll add it to the site for you to check out. But it's as simple as just posting the blog post, and I'll say, looking for the best upcoming Easter egg hunts here in Central PA. Check out this blog post that we put together for you. Simple
and if some people are sitting thinking like, I don't like this local interest, I don't like the fluff. Some people, just don't want to bother with it. That's not the big point. The big point is getting something out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And we get very little, like it seems to be very well received. It's not viewed as a sales pitch or sales push. It is, hey, here are some fun things to do this weekend with your family. Like, and oh, by the way, there's a whole bunch of things below that you might want to check out. And I don't even call attention to that. Like, it's just there, right? We've got a big button that says, find out, get an updated home value. Check out all the open houses in the area. And all of that is documented for anyone that wants to check it out. Templates, the thought process behind it, some very specific technical things to keep in mind, and then examples and so forth for anyone.
That's under our scripts and templates section, Josh.
R&D. It should be.
Let me, because I always feel bad when we mention stuff. We got to show where it is. It's under the scripts and templates.
It's a Google Doc with a very detailed, there's a video overview and very detailed email template.
It'll be there in the next hour. It could be my fault that it didn't make it here, but
it's definitely on the community tab on our YouTube channel as well, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Deb, yes, that is a blog on our KB Core site. That's all it is. It's just a blog post on the KB Core site. And the reason why it's a blog, because it's it's not evergreen, right? It expires, let's say, right? The events pass. So we make those as blog posts. Whereas, for example, yesterday I built a page that is part of the direct mail double tap process the mini course is just about ready for all of you interested. That is a static or like evergreen page that I can keep driving people to over and over and over.
Can I mention something here related to SEO? Because we mentioned it with YouTube a few minutes ago. If you were going to rank your KV Core or any real estate website for anything, it's going to be stuff like this. And just when you create the blog post, it's unique content. It's not the same old listings that every other person in your area has. And if you notice the title tag up top, Josh, it might be really small, but be conscious or intentional about how you title these things. And Mike did it perfectly. He just called it Central PA Easter egg hunts, whether he did it on purpose or not. But this is something somebody might be Googling.
Well, you know what's funny? We'll have to do that. We should do this on another show. I was looking at my blog posts. Like KV Core will tell you the traffic on blog posts.
Yeah.
I don't know how some of them have had so much traffic.
It's bots. Shh.
You think so?
Oh, I kind of know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not necessarily real traffic. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but a lot of times it's bots crawling and it registers all the crawls.
Gotcha.
If you really want to know though, use Google Analytics, and I really like clicky.com. And that'll give you a real idea because you can kind of see what the traffic is and you'll get an idea from looking at that. Again, like you said, that's another session for another day.
Where do we want the YouTube channel info so that we can reciprocate? The easiest would be in the Facebook, the Wake Up Real Estate Facebook group.
Yeah.
That probably
or here
or
in the live stream here or comment, because Mike and I and Josh, we'll just look and we'll click everybody who posts their thing and we'll give you a quick follow.
And easiest is to grab your channel URL. If you can grab your channel URL, that would be the easiest.
Can I call out something related to that? Who is this? I've seen this before. Mike Williams. Am I having deja vu, or have I seen this before? Or Mike, is this an auto response? I YouTube and chilled last night. I tend to binge your score. Like, it feels like we've seen this comment before, and I thought maybe it was like an auto comment reply.
I don't think I've seen it before. I think Mike just found the show and he's binge watching. We want more like you, Mike.
I don't know why that rings so much of a bell, even though my score.
He's saying he's hearkening back to when we were doing the daily score at the very beginning here. So he's letting us know his score. So kudos, Mike. Thanks for checking us out. You've got a lot of episodes to catch up this weekend on.
I need to get some sleep. Something's wrong. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Not an autoresponder, he says. Okay. Do you have anything else before we get going with Free Leads Friday?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. So what I teased in the email for Free Leads Friday is for rent by owner seller leads on Zillow. And you can also find, like, Zillow is also a great place to find for sale by owners. Okay. I'm going to show for rent by owners, for sale by owners, and even another one that is, it's a simple way that you can potentially generate some seller leads or, at minimum, create some conversations and connections with people in your market that own homes. Not too shabby. Now, there is also a data provider that we've been using for a while that you may want to check out if you don't want to do this work. Go at the grunt work of, if you have a little bit more money than you have time. My Plus Leads is a data provider that we've been using for a while. They've got for sale by owner, expired, for rent by owner data, and they even have other data. They have likely seller data as well. You might want to check that out. growwithjosh.com/my plus leads. growwithjosh.com/my plus leads. But I want to show you on the app, on the Zillow app, if you've got kids and you're waiting in the car and you want to just make some smiling dials and try and connect with some, for rent by owners, let's say, here is a simple way to do it right on Zillow. Let me get my screen share. We'll get the screen mirroring. I'm not a huge fan of Zillow, okay? But this is one way that we can use it in our favor. Okay, so we open up the Zillow app, and up here I'm going to put in, I'll put in Cumberland County, which is the county that I live in. And you can see right away there are 528 agent listings and 34 other listings. Most of the other listings are going to be for sale by owners, but we don't have to guess, because if we tap in the top right, the filter button, we can play around with the filters to find different buckets or targets. But I'm going to start with the for rent by owners though. We're going to go for rent, and we're going to deselect apartments / condos / co-ops. So we've got houses and townhomes. It looks like it's still showing 99 results. Now, I wish there was a way. I haven't figured this out yet. So if anybody figures this out, let us know. I wish there was a way to exclude the listings that are going to show up here that are already under property management. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to do that. So some of this, you're just going to have to manually go through listings to find the ones that are actually being listed for rent by owner. So all of these purple dots are the properties that are for rent by owner. If you tap on them, so I tap on this guy and I open it up, it says house for rent. And I scroll it up, and see, you can see here that this is listed by a listing agent. You can see it right there. So we're going to skip past that one. We're going to skip past that one. Let's try another one. Let's see if this one is actually for rent by owner or not. So I pull this up. I scroll down. It is not. You can see that it's by a management company. As I'm doing this, the thing to note is that depending on your market, you may see more or less of these that are actually for rent by owner. Okay, it's just something to play around. This one is actually for rent by owner. Bimal Patel. Okay, and then you can see listed by property owner. Now, I could call Bimal. I could text Bimal. I could ask a question. Now, here's what I will tell you. Zillow has some tracking built in. So, in my opinion and experience, I don't know how or when this happens, but some of the time, the number, so that number there, some of the time it seems like that's like a Zillow generated number or something like that, so they can track the calls. But what I've had success in doing is calling with this simple script. Hey, Bimal, I saw your home for rent listed on Zillow at 1419 Timberbrook Drive. Just curious, if we brought you an offer that made sense for you, would you consider selling it to one of our clients? And by leaving that message, or even, communicating that message if they answer live, well, let's take the leaving of the message. What I've had happen is I've had them directly text me back. And the reason why I know that in some cases anyway, that they're using a tracking number is it'll be from a different number. But this is a simple way that you could try to uncover, a more, let's say, grunt work sort of way of trying to find listing opportunities that maybe others aren't reaching out to, right? Let's face it. In most markets, for sale by owners and expireds are getting bombarded. If you're reaching out to these for rent by owners with a different message, it may turn in. And here's the other thing. Here's the other two reasons why I like this. Reason number one, they own, or most likely they own another home in your area or somewhere. In other words, they own other properties. Okay. Like they have a home that it's their personal residence. And you never know when you hit one that own 5, 10, 12 rental properties. And they may say, well, you know what? I don't really want to sell this one, but I do have one where the lease is coming up, and I may consider selling that one.
Or they might have one that's already on the market. That can happen, and they're just like, oh, well, you should go sell my house over here, and you're getting in a conversation.
These are the type of potential clients that it's like it's worth the conversation. So much so that we have an entire boot camp around absentee owners and how to reach out to them by using or leveraging marketing and solid strategy to create inbound inquiries, but this is kind of like a quick start way to start having some of those conversations.
You know what's occurring to me, Josh, that especially if you focus on the higher end of your market, so bigger homes in this price range where somebody who's paying that rent probably has a job and could probably afford a mortgage at some point.
Yep.
You could probably do a mixed postcard campaign of some sort or letters that offer services to the seller and to the buyer, to the renter who's living there.
Totally.
So while you're at it, just add them to a spreadsheet. You can push that through Thanks.io or another service and drip like a stop renting message.
Totally.
Instead. Yep.
Since we're here, and I kind of promised this, I want to show you 2 other ways that you can use the Zillow app to find potential sellers. If I go to for sale and I choose, where is the buy owner category? Maybe I just need to go to just the 32 others. And I pull this up. This is for sale by owner. Okay, it says it right there, for sale by owner. And if I scroll down, it says listed by property owner. Now, I could use True People Search or That's Them or Remine or PropStream to pull up this property and find out, oh, you know what? I know who these folks are. That's crazy. I've been trying to get her to list with me. Golly. Before she was even for sale by owner. Oh, I'm going to have to reach out to her. It's funny. I was having email conversations with her.
Well, these are the things that'll happen.
Yeah. And she's an out-of-town owner, which, I mean, it's obvious by the 801 number, but I knew from my email conversations, and it's been listed. Let's see here. It's been listed.
In Utah.
How many days? 14 days. For 2 weeks, it's been listed. I am definitely going to reach out to her and check in and see how much activity she's had and if she needs any help. And I need to send this out as an off MLS deal to my my database. In fact, I'm going to send that tomorrow as a text blast. I'm making notes to myself. Look at that. Finding business opportunities for myself here. Now, the other filtering I wanted to do, which I don't know if I can. Oh, listing type. Geez. It was right in front of me. So I could deselect all of these and just choose, by owner. Okay. I could just choose by owner. And I wonder what those other ones were. There's only 5 by owner right now in Cumberland County. That's crazy.
Could you have other filters?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
It's houses, townhomes, by owner. Oh, you know what? Well, I could choose, if I choose these 2, it still only gets me 6. But you can do the by owner. The other one that you could play around with is pre-foreclosure. Okay, pre-foreclosure. Now there's 55 that are showing as pre-foreclosure. Now I think you got to be, I don't know if the word careful here, but I think you have to choose your communication wisely. Okay. Now that said, Shay McGee on my in my EXP organization out in Utah, when he calls pre-foreclosures, he's very direct. Hey, it looks like you got a problem. I can help. Do you want my help? And it works for him. It fits his personality. For me, what I would do is I would reach out and say something less direct, like, hey, just curious if you'd consider selling your property at 201 cuts to one of our clients, for the right price, of course. Let me know either way. We have several folks looking in your neighborhood or in your area. Okay. Those are 55 opportunities in my market that I could call, text, email, direct mail, any type of combination thereof. And there you go. 3 buckets of free lead opportunities right in the old Zillow app for you to play around with. John, do you check the numbers against the do not call list? I don't, because they're publicly promote. I mean, I am not an attorney and I don't play one on YouTube, but if my understanding is this is not a random cold outreach. Okay. Well, at least with the for sale by owners and the for rent by owners. The pre-foreclosure ones, maybe you look that up. And if you use something like That's Them, I believe That's Them. But if not, I know that there are some other services that'll tell you if they are on the DNC. Okay. So, but the for rent by owners and the for sale by owners, like they're advertising and you're reaching out about that property. So I don't see a problem with that. But the pre-foreclosure, you may want to vet that a little bit. And then the cash offer program for pre-foreclosures or for rent by owners. Yes. So the variation that I might use is, hey, if we brought you an acceptable all cash offer on your property, would you consider selling it? And we've got I've got the means for making good on that offer in my market. We've got a cash offer platform that we can at least get them an offer. Does it mean that they're going to accept the offer? No, not necessarily, but it starts the conversation, right? Hey, I realize that this offer probably isn't going to work for you. Let's do this. We've got our we've got a process and plan for getting your property marketed and exposed to the greatest number of potential buyers, and we can do it all in a 7-day window or a 10-day window, soup to nuts. And we can have multiple offers for you to review in that time frame.
On the pre-foreclosure front, things are starting to look a little bit like 2008 on the banking side of things. With I'm going to come with my doom and gloom, but my point is, it probably makes sense now to start thinking about that market again and brush up on how to have those conversations, short sales, things like that.
There has been in certain markets definitely an uptick in short sales. Yeah. Definitely. So,
and it was huge. I don't know who I'm sure a lot of you guys were around, and when Josh and I met around 2010, 2011, that was most of the business, wasn't it? REOs.
Oh yeah.
Short sales. And if you were prepared for that, you really had a competitive advantage.
Deb had asked for the written out link. I think that'll post everywhere. growwithjosh.com/my+leads. growwithjosh.com.
Yeah. I'm putting some of these things in the sidebar of the Wake Up site, but we'll eventually have like a directory of tech tools. Yeah. For now, there's just like a list of things that we mention. And full disclosure, like some of these are affiliate links. Josh, we're supposed to do that FTC wise. Like some of these things you click on, we might get a commission.
100%. Adrian asked, will I use PropStream? In certain instances, yes. That is a platform that I use and love. And since Ryan just gave the disclosure, growwithjosh.com/PS. You can get a free trial of that. We use that in a number of different ways. And in fact, part of the mini course on the direct mail double tap that we put together, I show how to use PropStream to get a list for a specific little neighborhood, like how I used that to get that data. And there are a number of different ways that we use, or that you can build your list. And there are a number of different ways that you can build different lists and audiences in PropStream. There are lots of data providers. Like, I'm not saying the only one. It's just one that I have a lot of personal experience using and like it because of the different filtering options and so forth.
Guys, that double tap. I'm going to a spring training game today, Josh, so I'm going to check out early.
Oh, nice.
But, that double tap, Josh gave me all the content. So I promise this weekend it'll go live on the site and you'll get an email about it. So make sure you're subscribed to the Wake Up channel so we can send you that email. Yeah.
So everything is detailed in little punchy videos. Yeah. The thing that is next is that's to get your list, to create the asset that you're going to send people to when they scan the QR code, to give them the thing they're scanning for, and to actually send the postcard. We will also add to that mini course, like what to do after that, the double tap part of it, right? That's the single tap, right? Yep. What do you do for the double tap part?
But we have at least a week before the cards hit. So
exactly. So we have our time. We just have to stay ahead of that for everybody. And that much we will do. And I'm really excited about that as, it may seem that we're kind of distracted and disjointed and all over the place. And a lot of the times we are. But the reality is, if you have big transaction goals and numbers in mind, you need multiple pillars to get there. There's not one. there are for very few of you on here are going to do the number of transactions that you would like to do from one single source or pillar, right? The trick is getting one that is working and producing and getting that as systematized and automated as possible, and then adding another one.
Even if you follow the Nichful protocol, the framework, and you really dominate, say, new construction, you're always going to be adding tactics within that system, new traffic sources, new conversion elements, new tools that contribute.
So we're going to be documenting all of that so that you can, not in what I'm always careful of is like, we're not suggesting that all of you should do all of this. You pick what makes sense for you, what resonates with you, what fits your market, what fits your experience, what fits the type of clientele that you want to build your pipeline around, and you deploy those. That's the, that's the trick.
Yeah, the Facebook user, we can't see your name, but the purpose of the framework is to kind of take the all over the place and focus it around like a checklist within a niche, and it should help. And the cool thing is you can be a little ADD within the framework and have a lot of fun still, So.
Absolutely. And just so you know, that's most people's problem.
Yeah.
And if you can just get a little bit better at focus and try to get a little bit better at that every day, that's really all you can do.
It's the best thing about this business is nobody's telling us what to do. It's the worst thing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Good and bad.
Yep.
Okay. So I think we're ready to call it a week. Use this weekend to get caught up and binge like our guy Mike Williams in Maryland. I will also be, what's that?
At 2x or 1.75 speed.
1.75 to 2x, depending on how fast your brain can process. I will be also making public on the YouTube channel the replay of the short form video mastermind that was on Monday with a checklist and answering frequently asked questions. And then we're having part 2 this coming Monday after the Wake Up show at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're going to have a part 2 of that session. We'll make that, again, I'll make that live or make that public tomorrow morning. Give you something to binge watch this weekend as well, and dig into the checklist.
And just a reminder, because I spent all the time coding the little affiliate stuff this week. If you like any of the things we've done this week, just go to the homepage of Wake Up, go to the link, and then down at the bottom again, you can get your link to share it. And good things might happen in the future if you start referring us. A little shameless plug there.
Yep. So. Like, comment, subscribe, share, smash the bell. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, subscribe, rate, and review. I feel like I stole your thunder. You were getting excited there, Ryan, for a second. Maybe not.
I was done.
Okay. Where are you? Who are you going to watch?
Yankees Twins.
Yankees Twins, right on.
Yeah.
So I will not be going to a spring training game. I'm nowhere near it, and it's also raining here and ugly as hell. So I won't be doing baseball.
I'll send you pictures.
Yeah, beautiful. With
Thanks,
everybody. I know we're saying this often, but so grateful for all the comments, the interaction, the conversations, the new subscribers. We're having a great time with this. We're excited about a lot of the things that we're working on for all of you. So please keep the positivity and the energy coming, and we're going to do the same. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here. Same bat channel, same bat station on Monday.